dream sequence. More things flying on flying on KFC. Flying on fried chicken. Remember, he's a hot old man. Hot bold old man. All disease. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to him? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Staying the night so soon. I mean, to be fair, he did take me home last night and put me in bed. So, I mean... in some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when he emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. I'm having fried chicken for breakfast, guys! What's this meant to be? What is it? Is it bread with potatoes and butter on top? Honey? Biscuit with butter. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I don't know, we don't have... Is biscuit just bread? I need to know this. Because in New Zealand we just had bread rolls. And in Japan they have a thing that they call a biscuit that's kind of like round and kind of hardish, but I don't know if it's the same thing that you guys call a biscuit. For me, a biscuit is like a cookie. So... I don't really know. It's kind of like a scone. Okay. Crusty bread. Just bread. I don't know, it just looks like a bread roll. I'm confused. Okay, well either way, I'm having it for breakfast, with butter. You taste his food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? Yeah! How presumptuous. Biscuit in the United States and part of Canada is a variety of small baked goods with a firm brown crust and soft interior. They are made with baking powder or baking soda as a chemical leavening agent, rather than yeast. They're similar to British scones or bannock. Bannock? Biscuits, soda breads, and cornbread, among others, are often referred to collectively as quick breads to indicate they don't need time to rise before baking. Huh. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Would he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Would I take him down a peg or flatter him? Can I try flatter him? You know, I think we might make a great team. Fellow coming in with the take him down. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? To me? About me? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. Get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay. I was just... But now it turns out that you're fine. I can get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Okay. Sure, but... You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. Wait, what? There's a poster that says chicken. This is my room. I have a poster that says chicken. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the whole night with him. You what? Nothing happened. But the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. Why is that an option? Why didn't she just tell me that? I guess that was the only option. If being obsessed with him is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. She's not my friend anymore. I picked him too many times. Got like little drumsticks on her tights that look... Maybe they just cut out bits on her tights? When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's this, Swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have my Swirly with Sprinkles, please. Hehe, Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your Swirly dipped too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person in the school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Lycasta, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fists. But the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Wonder if Clank route makes her my nemesis? I don't know. I don't know if it's from previous decisions or not. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Lycasta, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail from winning so hard. Wow. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. What's with his eyeliner? I don't know. He likes doing crazy things. If there is a clanker. I don't know, I'm not sure how many different paths there are in this game. Excuse me, Lycasta. Oh, he just shot me down. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside. Wow. Annoyed by his inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you received yesterday, recovered yesterday, and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I script out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. This seems very extreme, that I'm gonna wipe my memory. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic. But desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Part of me wants to just to see what happens, but considering it's my first spell, I'm not gonna mess with my own memories. Just gonna say. Save first. Can you even save in this game? There's load. There's no save though. Oh no. Missed the button. It's okay. Sprinkles arrived. They knew. They knew! They wanted us to spend more time playing the game, so we eat more KFC. Clears his voice to make a quick announcement. What's up, Professor Dog? I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. You must be hungry. That's gonna be rather unpredictable. Wait to see what happens. I like how the old homework is the snack option. Let's wait to see what happens. Sprinkle stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Doggo, man. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? That's so random. No saves coming. Yeah, no saves coming. You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Lycasta, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before he go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Oh. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? I guess she didn't like the skydiving. Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you have to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Zzz, bzz. Yeah, well that doesn't make a great date. Beep, whir. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Beep. Clank begins to shudder, steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh my god, he just like exploded. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep Guys! Deep friend footwear. It's the same typo. The same typo we were just talking about. In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty awkward, right? Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a I don't know, Al? Over the final day of school. Poor Clank. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs. But she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank, or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed bear man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on, Lycasta's famous chicken pot pie. Hells yeah. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. What a jerk. Why does he get pedals right now? I'm still mad at him. Lycasta, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Ah, sounds good. I could go for a fresh pot pie. Me too. Me too. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. Shut up, dude. You can smell my pot pie, and I bet it smells delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all. Fits up about your practice dish. I don't want to ignore it because what if it burns? I don't want a burnt pie. Okay, you got me. Doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. See? Gotta see the thrilling conclusion. KFC pot pies are pretty tasty, not gonna lie. They have pot pies? I don't know that. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. How far is 400 yards? You knew it was pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Actually, that makes sense that KFC has pot pies because it's being featured, right? It does look pretty good though. Look at that steam coming out of it. 400 yards is 1,200 feet. That doesn't really help me, but it's a pretty long distance, I'm guessing. Looks so good. 365 meters. Okay, good to know, good to know. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules! That is, except to cook with everything you've got. It's on, guys. It's on. Which means I need to turn the music down a little bit, because the music was really loud. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that will put you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe fried chicken. Like it's got the little R. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. That's Ada. Yeah, that makes sense. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. His chicken levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Wait, is it Baster? It's probably Baster, right? I don't know. I don't cook. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and ride! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? That's what I was thinking too. If you gather enough ats, you'll have a machine gun. Like that. Maybe it's referring to an AT-AT from Star Wars. Maybe? It's the singularity! As was foretold! We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all! Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. Because last time I did it the easy way, I crushed my hand, remember? Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Lycasta. Oh, I got more hearts. Pretty sure the hearts are when you do good. When you gain points. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Lycasta, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm already done, so I thought I'd help you. I guess that makes sense. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. What? Why would you do that? This is literally a cooking thing. It's the secret ingredient. Oh. Well, that's come back to bite us, hasn't it? So, we told her the secret ingredient was Eye of Newt. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. No. Done goofed. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Thanks, Steve. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. Better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? Sorry, Steve. I'm kinda in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Looks so sad now that he's unwanted. Ah. Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles? Would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long involved story. You don't know exactly where it came from, but it sounds like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class. And when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve. And he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Ugh. Ugh. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Give up and drop out? Well, it can't be give up and drop out. I'm gonna summon extra power from deep down within myself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Lycasta, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me, says Ghost of Student. God damn it. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. Copyright Dragon Ball Z. SSJ mode. You begin to levitate off of the ground. Energy courses through your body. Hells yeah. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time. Which would be super useful, because while you are powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Just give up, I did. So your cheeses now. No, I'm just a really bad chef with an overcooked pie. But don't worry. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. And time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Chicken tenders! Oh, I want some so bad now. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting... If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. Oh, that was... damn. It's only $5.99 for chicken tenders? I always feel like chicken tenders are kind of expensive. Wicked wings are the best though. They don't have wicked wings in Japan. It's very, very sad. No wicked wings, no potato gravy. That's why I don't really do KFC in Japan. Miriam should be DQ'd by the same rules. Right? They are expensive. When you went to Japan, you went to the Macca's here? Yeah, they've got like different menu items. They'll have some of this like staple ones, but any of the sort of specialer stuff, it's regional. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! Frickin' Pop. Sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Pop. Poor old Bob, who reads his name tag wrong. You don't like staples in your food? You knew what I meant. Orange chicken #1 fried chicken? Orange chicken? Is that like spicy chicken? Thing you liked was how clean everyone was. Bust their trays and had a fella just wiping tables. I think because there's so many people, like if the amount of extra labor they would have to hire if they didn't just get people to do their own stuff, it would just put the prices up so much. So I guess everyone just tolerates it because it's not just McDonald's where you put your own trays back and stuff. Even at cafes, they'll have like return areas and like small restaurants, and you take your tray up and then the kitchen staff can clean it all from there. Kinda spicy. Orange zest sauce, tempura battered. Mmm. Damn, now I want some ramen. Imagine if there was a ramen game. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS AL history. It's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there is none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made A. Tender udon noodles in savory soup. That's pretty nice. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Oh, it's an Asian American. Oh yeah, it's like a fusion dish. Spelled. Even bad ramen in Japan is better than Aussie ramen. It depends. If you can find a place which is actually run by Japanese people, you can probably get some decent ramen in Australia. 3 days. 3 days is long in dog years. That is very true. Yes, Sprinkles! And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. I mean, if it's the size of the palm of your hand, I don't think there's any to share. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Really do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Lycasta, for helping me to believe in myself. Kinda weird though, because she made noodles, right? But she was done like way early, so wouldn't the noodles have gotten, like, not as good from sitting around? Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. You can really see that they're really going for the Japanese thing for Van. So uni is sea urchin, so that's why it's in the sea urchin shell. Over smooth egg custard. So the egg custard, that's the thing that I really like that comes in the cup. It's like steamed egg. That's pretty neat though. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine! Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. No! Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps pushing my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That's very pretty. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed. It's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. What? But food. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Lycasta? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we're having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. That sounds like a good school for me. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. Poor old Professor Dog. In Soviet Russia, cuisine cooks you. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious. In fact, that everyone passes the class. What? It's the new mac and cheese famous bowl they sell in America? Or $5. It's gross, I've tried it. Why would you get mac and cheese version instead of mashed potatoes? I would try it once, but yeah, I don't know that I would take it over potato and gravy. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass! Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete, and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. Oh, to get their groove on. That is the assignment. My bad. Yeah. That's right, Sprinkles is 7 years old in human years. Mac and cheese is more filling, isn't it? Chicken pot pie is superior. The chicken pot pie seems good. Clank is not fleeing the country. Clank was unplugged because he was going to self-destruct. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Ow, ow, ow! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? What? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. They've got new clothes! I think. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the new clothes. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh. Amusing. And now that everyone is together... It's the Spork Monster! He is totally mellowed out. Everyone! The Spork Monster is no more! From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Which spork monster was this one? Is this Gorko? Is this Steve? And can we go back to the fact that this guy was pretending to be a ghost? So the time when I was in Colonel Sanders' house and he showed up and then he blew out the window, like what the heck? Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Ejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, I get it now. Do I? And we got a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the Chancellor of such and such. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. Oh no, he's back! Clank is back. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Means his dad paid to win. Yeah, but I was confused by the crown. I was like, why a crown? Is it just to show bling bling? I was like, is he a prince? Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. And I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Well, I mean, Miriam, you dated him. I mean, it was one day, but you dated him. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally! Colonel Sanders arrives. You can tell by the petals. Howdy, classmates. Hey, he's in casual clothes. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to give them a bucket of chicken. Has he got like a swimming pool? It's a full meal. I'm disappointed. I was imagining a swimming pool full of chicken, because you know, bucket's not enough. This time it's a full meal. We got 2 potato gravy, bucket of chicken, coleslaw, and I guess these are biscuits. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Is that it? No, it's not the end! As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Lycasta, what are you doing here sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and so I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Lycasta. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. Who will help you run your restaurants? Look at that face, look at that. I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at the school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? And you live with only half of him? Will you be able to enjoy sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh my dear, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Shh. Is this the bad ending? It didn't do good enough? It's because I failed that cooking competition where my hand got mulched in the mixer. That's the end? Is there a cool end screen? No. That's it. That's it.